AskReddit by Ghostown17. What is the best compliment you have ever received? I've organized a weekly parkrun for 14 years now, and I never get tired of people telling me how much it has improved their lives for the better. Had a family of 7 turn up only this week to celebrate the 100th run of grandfather. He had heart troubles and so started doing parkrun. The rest of the family looked at him and realized that if he could do it then so could they, and now the whole family is now fitter and healthier than ever before. Also had a mother and 2 sons who lost over 400 pounds between them. Also a kid who did his first ever athletic event at my parkrun in 2018 and this year represented GB at the World Cross Country Championships in Australia. Parkrun changes lives. As a runner myself, thanks for doing this. The world is a better place because of volunteers like you. That I was safe. I always promised that as an adult I would be the parent adult I was desperately looking for and never found. And I did it. When I heard that from my nephew and my son agreed, I knew I had did it. Show your children the things you needed to see as a child, not the things you saw. Thank you for being a safe haven for children. It's needed more than ever in this brutal world we live in. Some lady in grocery store just today randomly talked to me about the drastic high costs nowadays and how little people earn. We had a deeper conversation about that. Then she said, "I knew it. I talked to you because you looked intelligent." I was standing there, shook but thankful with my 3 packages of Pringles. Ah yes, Pringles are the crisp of the thinking class. My parents could write an essay on how much they like you, my best friend. IDKY, I love it so much more when someone's parents like me. It's such an honor. So real. Being liked by someone's parent is royal status. It was a pleasure having you in class. I appreciate your politeness and professionalism. You are truly a student I will miss. Thank you for your diligence, dedication and commitment to the course. My math professor at the end of this semester via email. As an asocial hermit finally furthering his education at 29, this meant a great deal to receive this message. I had a professor send me an email, ceasing his department head, trying to convince me to switch majors because of outstanding performance in CSC 200 last semester. The course was Introduction to Computer Science and I had been randomly assigned to it as a freshman. I responded and thanked him for thinking of me, but told him I was very passionate about my major. Maybe I should have listened. I would make a lot more in computer science than I do now. I never got such a nice email from any professors within my actual department. Removed. This is top tier. I broke up with my girlfriend because we were drifting apart and I had to focus on other things as well. She thanked me for being a good boyfriend. That made me cry. I'm sorry for the loss of that relationship, but that has to be the sweetest, most respectful thing I've read all day. That I should come in a pill form so that people could have a dose of me when needed. May I steal this? Someone once told me I'm the human version of a Friday night. Lol, that's creative as hell. I write historical fiction as a paying hobby. My father is a big reader, but he's not an effusive man. Once upon a time he read one of my novels and said to my mother when I wasn't around, This is like a real book." A finer compliment has never been paid to any writer. I promise you. Am I enjoying this? Once I was helping a child. He said, "You're beautiful." I was barefaced that day. AWW, it's always the best when someone compliments your bare face. A former boss said, "I like that you have a type B personality, but you get type A results." Best of both worlds. Jealous. Once my friend commented that I have very shapely legs. I've always hated my legs and thought they were too thick to show off. But this comment has completely revolutionized the way I see myself. I do have shapely legs. It's far too easy to get caught up wishing I looked like other people, but maybe, just maybe, others wish they looked like me. The simplest compliment that lives in the back of my mind, continually giving me confidence in my short, stumpy, shapely yams. That's wonderful. I love it when someone else can reshape the way we see ourselves. Once in high school I went swimming with friends, and a girl told me that she was impressed by how my body was shaped like a woman's, not a girl's. I have small boobs, so I think that specifically meant curvy hips, but it made me feel a lot better than what I had thought before, which was just that I was fatter than other teenage girls. Was in the locker room at the gym, shaving my face after a shower. A guy and his son came in and he was talking to the kid about exercise and working out and setting goals. The kid looked at me and said, "I want to look like him." I almost cried. I mean, I want to look like him when he's not crying. 1 year after being hired, my boss said, "I can't believe I hired you with such a low starting salary." Yup, he doubled it. These are good, right? We got a new supervisor and he said finally got to see what everyone earns, and I was shocked at how little they were paying you. I didn't get double, but I got a pay rise. That was nice. Congrats. Gym bro saying, "Look at the size of your lats." I know he was lying, but it made me feel better. Dude, he was not lying. Look at the size of your lats. Literally, today a lady I used to work with, you leave me feeling so happy whenever I've seen you. When I proposed to my wife, she said yes. Later she said if I hadn't proposed to her, she would have done it in a day or two because I was too good to lose. My hubby once told me, "You have the most grit and determination of anyone I've ever met." That's a good one. I learned to enjoy the present because of you. I've received one almost the same and I still think about it years later. I had a friend tell me, "It's so easy for me to be myself around you." Katy Perry herself told me I have the best pair of tits she ever saw. I'll never forget meeting her. Mayo. Plot twist, Opie is a man. That I'm a great mother. I don't hear it enough, and I doubt myself all of the time. Never doubt yourself because other people don't say it. A disgruntled ex-boss once sarcastically asked me, "Do little birds sing with you and help pick out your outfit for the day each morning?" Even though he meant it rudely, I still kinda took it as a compliment. Clearly my positive attitude was annoying him and was too much for his hungover sourpuss ass. Wow. Good job seeing the positive there. I had a boss tell me that I didn't need to act so enthusiastic all the time. I could just be myself. I told her that myself is pretty enthusiastic, and she told me to rethink that. So I ultimately decided that what she meant was it's not possible for people to be happy, so stop pretending, and I've just tried to be grateful that I'm clearly happier than she is. An ultrasound technician once told me I have a remarkable prostate. Must be all the wanking. When I was pregnant, I showed my colleague my ultrasound and was guiding her through the images. One picture had uterus written on it, so I said, "That is my uterus," jokingly. She said, "I have a beautiful uterus." It was after I had left my ex of 7 years and moved 3 states away. About 6 months later someone told me, "Happiness looks good on you," and I will never ever forget it.